From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Tuesday morning. Hope you all had a fantastic start to the work week yesterday. Bottom line for the forecast, chances for showers and thunderstorms are going to continue through Thursday. High temperatures staying in the 60s and 70s for lower elevations throughout the forecast period, and smoke and haze will continue to not be nearly as big of a concern as it was for last week, just given we are cooler and wetter. Seeing some showers this morning in the blues. For the rest of us, we are dry. And again, air quality is improved. We're just seeing moderate reductions in air quality for some chunks of our region. Temperatures this morning are down into the 40s and 50s. 59 in the Tri-Cities, 43 in Yakima, 48 in Ellensburg. All of us need some sort of jacket this morning as you're headed out the front door. We're going to be mostly dry throughout the course of the day, at least in the valleys and basin. Better chances of showers in the foothills, but as we head into this evening, that's when shower and thunderstorm chances going to go up. We'll time that out with Futurecast coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Right now on Good Morning Northwest, Highway 97 over Blewett Pass still shut down this morning. We're going to let you know where fire crews are continuing to battle this smoke. Now they're dealing with falling rocks and hazardous trees. Coming up, we'll check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth and the latest on conditions that crews are facing.
And a hunting trip in Yakima County ends in tragedy after one man is fatally shot. We have what investigators are revealing about the case.
And Sunnyside's interim city manager just got the green light to stick around a little longer. We have the latest on his extended contract, all that and more coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
And I'm Jade Elliott. It is Tuesday, September 30th. So that means it's the last day of September.
That means we have to wake up Green Day. Wake me up when September
Wake
ends.
me up.
Or almost time tomorrow.
It's going to be time. We're going to have to play it. All right, a lot to get to this morning.
And we do want to start off with the fire watch as U.S. Highway 97 remains closed this morning. And this is because conditions are still hazardous. There's still heavy smoke and falling rocks, which all makes traveling unsafe.
Yeah, it's been closed for over a week now. Fire officials say there's still no estimated time on when that portion of Highway 97 over Blewett Pass will reopen. Meanwhile, crews are continuing tactical firing operations, trying to stay ahead of the blaze while reinforcing containment lines around nearby communities, including Old Blewett Pass and Camas Land. Now, structure protection, of course, is in place along Highway 97 and surrounding neighborhoods, and firefighters say safety, of course, remains top priority as the rugged terrain and weather present some major challenges.
And fire crews are closely watching the weather this week, attempting to predict fire behavior in the coming days.
So we want to send it over now back to Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth, kind of giving us a closer look at conditions, what fire crews can expect, what they're watching for, and of course how it could all impact their firefighting efforts.
Yeah, we did see some improvements yesterday in terms of the active hotspots that are still on the map. You see just not nearly as many. In fact, this is a completely different picture, but the acreage around 35,000 for the Labor Mountain fire at 7% contained. I am expecting containment to go up throughout the course of this week, just given that it is a wetter and cooler pattern. But evacuations still in place. Level 3 go now evacuations in place for Blewett Pass and a decent little chunk of Chelan County. You can find an interactive version of this map online at applevalleynewsnow.com. Okay, now we'll slide it down over to the Wildcat fire that's burning in northwestern Yakima County. This one, unfortunately, didn't see the best numbers on this one yesterday as containment once again dropped back down to 6%. Acreage went up to around 14,000. Not as many hot spots, but one active one still around Goose Prairie. So that underscores this. Once again, level 2 beset evacuation still in place for Goose Prairie and Bumping River Road. But again, the trends with the weather are encouraging. Talk about those rain chances that we have over the next handful of days. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks so much, Josh. 5:04 now, and a Yakima County man died Saturday after being shot while hunting. Authorities with Yakima County Sheriff's Office and the Department of Fish and Wildlife responded to the Sunnyside Wildlife area near I-82 and the Ponds unit around 5:30. They say they found a man. They later identified that man as 49-year-old Jacob Bloom of Yakima County, and they confirmed that he had died from a gunshot wound. Officials say Bloom was hunting with 3 other men when he was shot with a muzzle loader rifle. They haven't released any details about who fired the rifle or the circumstances leading up to the shooting. Sheriff's Office says they are continuing to investigate.
And now continuing our coverage in Sunnyside, where the interim city manager is now looking to stay in that position for a bit longer than his previous contract. In a special city council meeting last night, council members discussed what to do with Jim Bridges' contract and his position as interim city manager. Now, his previous contract was set to expire today. The council motioned to extend his contract by another 6 months at the current salary rate. Councilmember Teresa Hancock says she was looking for a different motion.
I personally would like to see it be a permanent position, but I will go with council's desire on the 6 months.
Thank you, Ms. Hancock. Other debate or comments? Hearing none. Councilor Ripley.
Yes.
Councilor Hancock.
Yes.
Councilor Fausto. Councilor Hart.
Yes.
Councilor Vasquez.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor.
Yes.
I too vote yes. Motion passes.
And after the motion was approved, Bridges said he would like to thank the council for the faith and trust they've put in him in doing the job.
Now to education news. A popular AI workshop at WSU Tri-Cities is coming back for a second session next week. The continuing education program, Cougar Tracks, is hosting another Generative AI Essentials workshop. This will take place on Thursday, October 2nd. The first drew in more than 30 participants from across the Tri-Cities, including healthcare, government, and small businesses. Organizers say that the goal is to give professionals hands-on experience with tools like Microsoft Copilot and ChatGPT, while also covering ethics and real-world workplace uses.
So the novice users got very fundamental information about generative AI and how to get started, but the power users had that Q&A and that one-on-one with the professor and got answers to their questions.
Now, registration for the upcoming workshop is open, and WSU plans to launch even more AI-focused trainings in 2026. Again, set for Thursday, October 2nd, just this week.
Making a difference now, the 2026 Washington State Teacher of the Year has been crowned, and it is somebody local.
Yeah, Pasco High School's Gabriella Whitemarsh received the award during the weekend. And Apple Valley News Now, Caleb Stipvigas tells us all about Mrs. Whitemarsh and why she's being honored.
-10. What's another one? +10.
Gabriella Whitemarsh is more than your typical advanced math teacher. She's the newest recipient of the Washington State Teacher of the Year Award, and after observing her class, it's clear as to why. Because Whitemarsh makes sure that language is never a barrier in the classroom.
Tiene que ser mayor que 10, right? It's got to be greater.
Whitemarsh is actually a graduate of Pasco High School herself, and she says that as a student, she noticed that she was one of the only Latina students in advanced math classes, something she hoped to change when she returned as a teacher.
After college and after working at CBC for a long time, I noticed that that still existed, where students who are new to the United States didn't have the same opportunities for advanced coursework in various content areas.
And as a result, Whitemarsh launched the Advanced Multilingual Mathematics program, which has helped around 100 multilingual students across the district take advanced math classes and earn college credits. And last year, more than 20 students were able to get college credit thanks to the program. Pasco High School, which Whitemarsh wanted to mention is celebrating Neon Day, had plenty of praise for its Teacher of the Year.
She explains in English and Spanish, and that shows how hardworking she is. And yeah, she helps you with whatever you don't understand.
It's a great honor, and yeah, we're very excited in terms of being able to share the story that she has, the program that she has helped create.
As this year's winner, Whitemarsh will be entered into the National Teacher of the Year competition, participate in professional development, and hold a teaching residency. She says she is grateful to be this year's award winner.
It was just shock. Everything just kind of went blank, and I was in disbelief. And then it just kind of, the realization sets in, and just a whole lot of feelings, gratitude, just such a huge honor.
Mrs. Whitemarsh's residency will start in January and go through June of next year. Reporting from Pasco, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
And Mrs. Whitemarsh is the first Pasco School District teacher to win the award since 2008.
Congrats to
Go
her.
Love it.
I know we have some great educators in our community. All right, still much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. The clock is ticking in D.C. with just hours left to prevent a government shutdown. We have the very latest in the standoff between Republicans and Democrats, and we'll also tell you what is at stake for Americans if lawmakers can't reach a deal. It's coming up in your national headlines.
First, our Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth will have your first alert weather forecast. Keep it here. Good Morning Northwest. We'll be right back.
For 600 different cigars and 125 pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Okay, y'all, we got 10 orders coming in.
Starting a business is never easy, but starting at 8 months pregnant, that's a different story. I couldn't slow down. We were starting a business from the ground up. People were showing up left and right, and so did our business needs. The Chase e-card made it easy. When you go for something big like this, your kids see that, and they believe they can do the same.
Earn unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase with the Chase Inc. Business Unlimited card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Head to Queensgate Gardens in Richland for some fall family fun. Explore our corn and hay bale maze, zoom down the dump truck slide, and try our pumpkin archery. Get creative with pumpkin painting, play laser tag, and enjoy our U-Pick flower fields. Make fall memories at Queensgate Gardens in Richland.
Right now at US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90.
Hey, we're tired of having the wool pulled over our eyes with these hidden requirements. What aren't we seeing?
Yeah. Do we get our choice of free phones?
Yep, you get the latest phones.
I bet we have to trade in our old phones, though.
Nope, sure don't.
Wow.
High five. Almost. Higher.
Yes.
Nope.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
Apple Valley News Now's Young Hearts, sponsored by Columbia Basin Oral and Maxillofacial Surgeons, supporting Bikes for Tykes, giving away bikes and helmets to area kids. Click Bikes for Tykes at applevalleynewsnow.com to see how you can help.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads.
Plus, the local expertise to connect you with new customers. Wherever your market is, we'll get results to build your business. Phase 3 Digital. Contact us today.
You give Morgan Guillory a puzzle, she won't stop thinking about it until it's solved.
I'm Morgan. I work with the cops. I see the world a little differently.
Did you just try and chase after a sports car?
It was an instinct.
This might be the best day of my life.
Fall colors. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and show you the next couple days with futurecast upper level smoke. And you'll notice that there are, there's a lot less going on this graphic than there was just yesterday. So with the cooler and weather, that's the trend this week. So that means that fire behavior isn't going to be as erratic as it was for some stretches of last week. In turn, we're not going to see as much smoke. So by midnight for tonight, not really looking at anything. And then for tomorrow, maybe those fires up in the Cascades flaring again. But even the smoke that gets produced then, it's going to end up being pretty light. So not anticipating any widespread reductions to air quality over the next couple days. So that's the good news. Okay, for today, we'll have chances for showers, mostly up in the mountains and foothills. We'll show you a zone-by-zone breakdown of those chances in just a second. But today's high is a little bit cooler, 50s and 60s in the Cascades. Same thing for the Blues, and 60s and 70s for lower elevations. Wind gusts, a little bit breezy across the map for today. I guess the exception would be here in the Tri-Cities and in Hermiston. Then for tonight, much more widespread chances for both showers and thunderstorms. Overnight lows, once again, going to be in the 40s and 50s. Could have some upper 30s in the Cascades. Wind gusts still breezy across the map for tonight. And then in terms of the breakdown of the precip chances for today, rain's going to be about a 50-50 chance in the Cascades. A little bit less than likely for the rest of us, but those chances going up for tonight. I'll show you how it all goes down with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
Turning now to our national headlines at 5:14. The government is set to shut down in less than 24 hours, and a spending deal right now appears unlikely.
The resulting shutdown could have far-reaching consequences for Americans coast to coast. ABC's Lionel Moise has the latest details.
This morning, time is running out to prevent a government shutdown at midnight tonight. Republicans are pushing for a short-term funding fix to keep the government running until November 20th. But Democrats are demanding a new bill that reverses cuts to Medicaid and prevents health insurance premiums from rising. President Trump sat down yesterday with top Democrats for the first time.
The government shuts down. It's because Republicans have decided to shut the government down and hurt the American people. And that's a point that we made loudly and clearly in that meeting.
I think we're headed to a shutdown because the Democrats won't do the right thing.
ABC's Rachel Scott asking the vice president this.
So just to be clear, is there room for negotiation here with Democrats?
They had some ideas that the president thought was reasonable. What's not reasonable is to hold those ideas as leverage and to shut down the government unless we give you everything that you want.
The funding bill needs 60 votes to pass the Senate, meaning Republicans need 7 Democrats to join them. Senate Majority Leader John Thune plans to force the Senate to vote today over and over again, looking to get Democrats on the record, saying, at some point, they're just going to need to keep voting it down.
They have the ability to, right now, to say that we're going to keep Medicaid and the subsidies to the Affordable Care Act in place.
If there's a shutdown, essential government employees like air traffic controllers, TSA agents, and members of the military could be required to work without getting paid.
You're just getting kicked in the teeth left and right all the time from, the government that you've spent your life dedicated to. It gets tiring after a while.
And a government shutdown could lead to more than just furloughs.
That's right. The Trump administration is considering mass firings, eliminating jobs of people working on programs not consistent with the president's priorities. And of course, we'll keep you updated.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, checking in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbert and look at your first alert forecast as we give you a live look outside this morning from right here at our Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. 5:17 is your time on this Tuesday.
No matter what your age, it's time to get ready to go back to school. Also, time to get ready for fall and winter sports. Be careful and drive safely.
Call Allen Brecky Law Offices at 735-0546.
We wanted to switch to T-Mobile to make sure that we have better coverage.
T-Mobile is now the best network. And with T-Satellite, we're connecting millions of people in places no carrier tower can reach.
I signed up for T-Satellite to give me peace of mind as a mom that makes life better knowing that it's there when we need it.
Upgrade to the best network. Right now, T-Mobile will pay off 4 phones up to $3,200. Plus, hook you up with 4 new phones on us. Switch today.
Locally owned and operated, Fable has quickly become one of the Tri-Cities' favorite dining destinations for lunch, brunch, and dinner. Now offering breakfast 7 days a week starting at 7 a.m. Farm to table, savory to sweet, and everything in between. Fable Craft Bar, your all-day dining destination starting with breakfast at 7 a.m. 7 days a week. On the river, north end of Columbia Center Boulevard.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
At Good Shepherd, we're your primary care providers from the time your baby is born to caring for loved ones in older age. We're with your family every step of the way. With specialty services like kidney and heart care, urology, orthopedics, and cancer treatment. We provide the care you deserve close to home. And when life takes an unexpected turn, our urgent care team is here for you 7 days a week because your health can't wait. Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
No matter what your age, it's time to get ready to go back to school. Also, time to get ready for fall and winter sports. Be careful and drive safely.
Call Alan Brecky Law Offices at 735-0546.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and time out the rest of today with Futurecast radar. So we put this into motion, and come time for lunchtime, still looking pretty dry out there, but it's going to be after that we'll see the arrival of this next round of rainfall. So pretty widespread stuff around your evening commute, and still pretty widespread stuff around midnight, although things will be trending a little bit drier at this point. And then we could have another uptick in some moisture by the wee hours of the morning for tomorrow. So that's going to be the beginning of storm system number 2 for this week. We'll talk about that in a second, but wrapping up storm system number 1 for this week, only around 1/10 of an inch of rainfall for today in the Cascades, and the rest of us will be lucky to pick up 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. So not a very wet storm system, but again, that's just storm system number 1. So here's storm system number 2. We pick up the action 5 in the morning for Wednesday. Put this into motion by 8. See some rainfall around Walla Walla and College Place, getting into the Blue Foothills. By lunchtime, looks like some more widespread showers, and then just sort of some scattered showers on the map by evening time for tomorrow. And then we'll have additional rainfall as we head into Thursday. Here are the precip chances for Thursday, which is going to be day number 2 of storm system number 2. So thunderstorms still likely in the Cascades. For the rest of us, not nearly as likely. And then by Thursday night, looking a lot drier out there. So that's going to wrap up storm system number 2. Here's some of the tabulations of rainfall we're expecting from said storm system. 0.2 to 0.3 inches of rain in the Cascades. And unfortunately, that is a drier output as opposed to what models were saying yesterday. So we don't want to see these storm systems trending drier. We want to see them trending wetter, just given the active fires we still have burning up in the Cascades. Past Thursday, a few small shower chances in the picture for Friday and Saturday, looking pretty dry for Sunday and beyond. And high temperatures staying pretty consistent, either seasonal, if not about 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year. A very fall-like forecast we have ahead of us. Here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Little chances of a shower tomorrow, then a beautiful stretch of fall weather Thursday and beyond. In Yakima, chances of rain through Thursday, then dry and comfortable into the weekend. In Ellensburg, 20% chances of showers and thunderstorms Wednesday and Thursday, then dry Friday and beyond. In Hermiston, perhaps a few showers over the next couple of days, then pleasant weather into the weekend. And finally, for Walla Walla, a few thunderstorms possible Wednesday, less so Thursday. And nice weather to wrap up the week, and I think that's an understatement. Bounce between 67 to 70 with lots of sunshine. I mean, that's what we've been begging and pleading for, right?
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I've been waiting for.
I know.
Not you.
Not, you know, I'm fine. I'm settling in.
You missed that 108,
I'm settling
right?
in.
Yeah, I said that was a mischaracterization on my part. I said we've been waiting for it. A couple of us have been waiting for it.
Yeah. And then as soon as it gets a little too cold, I'm back to, hey, where's that 100?
Where's the heat? Yeah.
Exactly.
I know. Can't please anyone, can we? All right, 5:23. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A Stephen King story back on the big screen. Plus, we have a closer look at the rise of Jacinda Ardern and the personal journey of a Hamilton star. It's all ahead in your entertainment news.
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week because the single Papa Burger combos are just $5.99. And I wait all week for this.
And so do I.
And that's why I always get two.
The Tuesday special at A&W.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Experience the magic of historic downtown Prosser from September 25th to 28th with the Balloon Rally and Street Painting Festival. Watch talented artists bring the streets to life with vibrant chalk art starting Thursday night. Join us Saturday for the grand reveal of the stunning street chalk masterpieces, followed by the mesmerizing night glow of the Balloon Rally. It's a weekend full of color, creativity, and community spirit you won't want to miss. Mark your calendars and come celebrate with us in historic downtown Prosser.
It's a 48-hour flash sale today through Sunday at Walker's Furniture, where every item is marked down an additional 20% off already low prices. Or take advantage of 5 years no interest financing with no money down.
Beautiful bedroom sets 20% off. All sofas, love seats, and sectionals 20% off. And all dining sets 20% off.
It's a flash sale you can't afford to miss. This Wednesday through Sunday at Walker's.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads with strategies for your business to grow brands across the streaming apps you know best.
Plus, we have the local expertise that connects you with new customers in Central Washington, Northern Oregon, and the world.
Wherever your market is, whoever your market is, we'll get results that matter and build your business.
Phase 3 Digital from Apple Valley News Now. We know digital. Contact us today.
It's hump day, and you know what that means. Hello Country Fried Steak. Get a delicious meal for just $5.99 to make your Wednesday feel like the weekend. Yes, Wednesdays only, Country Fried Steak is just $5.99. Happy hump day from KFC.
Wendy Redmond, Austin Reed, Stacy Lee Weather. Apple Valley News Now, on your side.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Taking a look at your entertainment headlines, we're talking everything from Stephen King to a world leader and even a Tony-winning Broadway star.
Hollywood is packed this week. Whether you want chills, inspiration, or a behind-the-scenes story, there is a little something for everyone hitting the screens.
And this morning, David Daniel is giving us a preview of it all. So check it out.
World Chuck. Everything you've ever loved. Everything you see.
If you didn't see The Life of Chuck, there are two ways to catch up. Tuesday, the film based on the Stephen King short story comes out on 4K Ultra HD, Blu-ray, and DVD. And Wednesday, it's back in theaters for one night only.
Every time I got on a plane, I would look out a window and I would think, from that mountain to that river, that is my responsibility. Oh, this is normal.
Prime Minister covers the rise, reign, and resignation of New Zealand's Jacinda Ardern as she dealt with sexism, various crises, and giving birth while in office. The documentary debuts Tuesday on HBO Max.
I had two big dreams when I was little: to be a mother and to have a career as a singer and an actor. Until I grew up, and it felt like striving for one threatened the other.
Satisfied profiles Tony winner Renee Elise Goldsberry, her difficult road to motherhood, then leaving her children nightly as the only mother in the cast of the smash Broadway hit Hamilton. Satisfied is in theaters for 3 nights only beginning Tuesday. Locations and showtimes at fathomentertainment.com. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Any of those on y'all's list?
Well, I love a documentary and Hamilton. So yeah, hearing her story. And then also Jacinda. She was a real pivotal prime minister for years. And so kind of breaking down what that looks like. Yeah.
Brush up on my history. I'm used to Stephen King being scary, but that movie didn't look scary. So I don't know.
Maybe I have a feeling it probably is. So
like a thriller. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll surprise you.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
Oh yeah, I'll do it.
You know me, yeah.
I'll let you know.
Just let me know.
Yeah.
All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. A new program in Ellensburg aiming to wipe out graffiti, and it's powered by volunteers. Coming up, how police and community groups are teaming up.
Plus, a local resident is $100,000 richer. We'll tell you who and how this person got a big payout. It's all coming up in your next half hour, but first we're going to check out your Tech Bites.
Hi there. In today's Tech Bites, reports of a major security flaw with Tile. Security researchers say the popular Bluetooth trackers lack encryption, making it possible for stalkers to track users or even frame them for stalking. Tile's parent company says it's made improvements since learning about that issue. You can now make purchases directly from ChatGPT. A new feature called Instant Checkout allows you to buy items from Etsy without even leaving the chat. And parent company OpenAI says more than 1 million Shopify merchants will soon be added. For now, though, the feature only supports single item purchases. And finally, Tesla's first V4 supercharger is now operating in Redwood City, California. Its 500 kilowatts of power cuts down on charging times. For now, Tesla's Cybertruck is the only vehicle that can accept that rate of power. Those are your Tech Bites. I'm Morgan Norwood. Make it a great day.
This is where my love of the game was born. But they're taking that love even farther. Where end zones are wherever you run out of grass. And the score is not nearly as important as how you celebrate.
We helped grow the game. They're taking it where it's never been.
Where will you take it next?
This is a meal. The melty ciabatta dippers, so delicious, they have you dipping in sync meal.
Way.
The fan favorite ciabatta dippers are back. It just feels good at Panera.
The finest luxury fragrances are now exclusively available at your local store. Unstoppable's unlimited collection makes everything smell
magnifique.
Luxury laundry scent feed so you can smell unstoppable.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Tuesday morning. Thanks so much for waking up with us. Joining us here for Good Morning Northwest, I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
We on the up and up?
We are on the up and up, and we just hit another critical threshold. Now we're at $400 in the jackpot. So yesterday went with the forecast high of 77 in Pasco Tri-Cities. It verified at 76. So the jackpot is, yes, now at $400. So for today, going with the forecast high of 74 in Pasco Tri-Cities. If it verifies between 71 to 77, the jackpot's going to hit $425. If that doesn't happen, the jackpot could be yours. Find out how to win the jackpot by going to AppleValleyNewsNow.com, clicking on the contest page, or you can scan the QR code that's on your screen. Bottom line for the forecast, we'll have chances for showers and storms through Thursday. High temperatures for lower elevations staying fall-like, staying in the 60s and 70s, and the smoke and haze situation isn't going to be nearly as bad as it was for last week, just given the cooler and wetter weather. Right now, you're taking a live look at First Alert radar. You can see a few showers in the blues. The rest of us looking pretty dry. Air quality not nearly as bad as it was for yesterday morning, just some splotches of some moderate reductions to air quality. Okay, temperatures out there are brisk. Most of us in the 40s and 50s, almost up to 60 degrees in the Tri-Cities, 59 there, 43 in Yakima, 48 degrees in Ellensburg. Here's your hourly forecast on this Tuesday in the Tri-Cities. Our best chances of rainfall going to be during the evening, once again, just like with yesterday. So for today, 60s and 70s for lower elevations. The best chances of rainfall, at least for lower elevations, going to be in the foothills. I'll take you on that zone-by-zone tour of this Tuesday forecast coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks so much. We do start this half hour in Ellensburg, where the police department's hitting the streets with its latest initiative, an innovative anti-graffiti program aimed at keeping the community clean and vibrant.
Apple Valley News Now's Monique Garcia has a story on how the city of Ellensburg is combating graffiti and making a positive difference.
The Ellensburg Police Department, in partnership with the Ellensburg Morning Rotary Club, is proud to launch the city's new graffiti abatement program, a dynamic effort to maintain a clean and colorful community the right way.
Well, really what we wanted to do with this program is to alleviate some of the burden that these property owners have when they are victims of crime and figure out a way that we can help them eliminating this graffiti.
Captain Clayson shares that the Morning Rotary Club isn't alone in this effort. Other clubs and community volunteers are eager to join and help make a real difference.
One of the things that we've done is reached out, and we have a local business out of Moxie, Ace Hardware, has provided some paint for us to use, so that way there's no cost to the taxpayer. And then our police department, they take a report and they identify areas that need to be removed, get in contact with the Ellensburg Rotary Club, who get in contact with the business and schedule a time where they can remove graffiti.
Clayson emphasizes how the program lifts the weight of property owners affected by vandalism and ensures the community doesn't face this problem alone.
We wanted to alleviate some of the burden on the property owner who was a victim of a crime, from them having to pay to have this removed. Also, we wanted to, to make it to where it was not an eyesore for the community, and then we wanted to prevent future vandalism by, having consistent graffiti removal to help deter any of these graffiti artists from doing it in that area.
Though still in its early stages, Clayson says the program plans to grow by removing more graffiti and involving even more community members. Reporting in Ellensburg, Monique Garcia, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Monique. Now, so far the team has cleared graffiti from 13 properties and they're working on removing some more.
And if you want to volunteer with the project, you can contact the Ellensburg Police Department.
Turning to Kennewick now, where one resident is walking away with a life-changing payday, $100,000 richer. And it's all thanks to Banner Bank's Dream Big sweepstakes. So Banner Bank rolled out the red carpet yesterday at its downtown Kennewick branch, and that's where they handed over a giant check to the sweepstakes grand prize winner. This marks the third year of the Dream Big sweepstakes, and this time more than 48,000 people entered a record 680,000 times. The campaign is meant to inspire people to dream big, and it just paid off big for one Tri-Cities resident.
My first thought was, that's impossible. This person sounds nice, but this is a scam. And she said, come down to the bank. We came right down to the bank and talked to a person. So when you walk in the bank and somebody tells you that's sitting behind a desk, right, then you start to believe it.
I would have thought it was a scam too. Right? Oh goodness, the first time that it's not a scam. Well, this is also the first time the grand prize winner has come from Washington. Banner Bank says the sweepstakes will return again next year, giving thousands more people the chance to dream big. And it's not a bad way to start the week, walking out of the bank $100,000 richer. We can dream.
Yeah, not bad at all. All right, staying in Kennewick and making a difference, the Children's Developmental Center has been helping families in the Tri-Cities for nearly 5 decades. The nonprofit specializes in early intervention services for children with developmental delays, everything from speech and motor skills to social and emotional growth. What makes the center unique is how most of its services happen in natural learning environments like at a child's home or daycare, so families can be directly involved in the process. The center started in 1977 when a Kennewick family opened their home to help children with special needs, and since then, community support has helped it grow, the facility and the programs to what it has today.
The Pediatric Pelvic Health Program started about 10 years ago. It was started by a gal named Laura McGuckin. Laura McGuckin reached out to me when I was graduating from PT school and asked me if I was interested in working with kids, which I really was. And I was also interested in working with pelvic health.
Wheeler focuses on teaching kids how to identify and coordinate their pelvic floor muscles, exercises for breathing and strengthening, and activities for them to become more aware of how their bodies work. Treatment for urinary incontinence varies from child to child, and with your help, they can continue to treat, educate, and support families.
All right, coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're talking sports. The Chiawana Riverhawks are off to a scorching start, piling up goals and shutting down opponents. Hear how this team is raising the bar and chasing another shot at state.
And give me that live look outside this morning from our camera right here at the Apple Valley Studios in Kennewick. It is 5:38 on this Tuesday. And when we come back, we'll check in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Fall colors. Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 tonight.
This morning, how's this sound? Wake up with Glenn Powell, live on GMA.
There we go.
And this week, Abbott Elementary's Cheryl Lee Ralph lights up GMA.
Oh my God.
And Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt are right here live on
Good Morning America.
Right now, you can get 4 free phones plus 4 lines for $90 with no trade-in.
Are we having the wool pulled over our eyes here?
Nope. And you get the latest phones.
High five.
Get 4 phones plus 4 lines for $90. And we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. U.S. Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
Wheel of Fortune Live, America's game show, comes to your hometown in this thrilling live theatrical experience. Contestants are randomly selected from the audience to solve puzzles and win big. Live at Legends Event Center, Saturday, November 15th and Sunday, November 16th. Don't miss your chance to spin it to win it. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and at the Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Wheel of Fortune Live.
Much to the delight of our customers, John Gray now brings you Gray's Pizza and Bar, your new favorite spot in Grandview for great foods and good times. Be sure to catch all the excitement on local high school game nights. We're open late for your after-game hangouts. And don't miss our Monday to Friday happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. And Sundays, bring the football vibe with our happy hour all day long. Gray's Pizza and Bar, great deals, great eats right here in Grandview. Come see us today.
Kittitas Valley Healthcare is your trusted home for health, offering expert orthopedic care for your family. With over 55 years of combined experience, our team uses state-of-the-art equipment to improve surgical outcomes and provide compassionate, patient-centered care. We're committed to making your experience comfortable and efficient, so you can stay active and healthy. Learn more and schedule a consultation through our website at kvhealthcare.org. Your home for health.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads with strategies for your business to grow brands across the streaming apps you know best.
Plus, we have the local expertise that connects you with new customers in Central Washington, Northern Oregon, and the world.
Wherever your market is, whoever your market is, we'll get results that matter and build your business.
Phase 3 Digital from Apple Valley News Now. We know digital. Contact us today.
The new iPhone 17 Pro is finally here. And at US Cellular, you can get it on us with no trade-in.
Wow, the new iPhone is thrilling.
It even has the ultimate pro camera system.
Too thrilling.
Get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us, and we'll pay off your current contract when you switch. US Cellular, now part of T-Mobile.
Their moves are trending.
The music is viral. It's TikTok night on Dancing with the Stars.
Another viral hit on our hands.
TikTok night on Dancing with the Stars. ABC tonight.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We are seeing rainfall on the map for this morning, but it's mostly to the east of us. It's off towards Lewiston and Clarkston and up in the Palouse. But we will see some better chances for rainfall a little bit later in the day, especially as we head into this evening. So to underscore that point, umbrella cast on this Tuesday in the Tri-Cities, just like with yesterday. We'll have low to moderate chances of rainfall, mainly into the evening. Okay, here is your zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We start off in Kittitas County, where most of us are going to be in the 60s, could have some mid-70s down towards Vantage. There will be some rainfall in the forecast and a little bit breezy with those gusts out of the southwest. Then in the Yakima Valley, also breezy here. We'll have highs in the low to mid-70s. Gusts also out of the south and west. Mostly light winds today in the lower Columbia Basin. Most of us in the mid-70s, could have some upper 60s down towards Boardman. And then for the foothills, Morrow County foothills, low to mid 70s, be in the mid to upper 70s for the foothills of Umatilla and Walla Walla counties, then 60s and 70s for the highest terrain of the Blue Mountains. And again, like you saw, rain chances going up for tonight. We have another round as we head into Wednesday and Thursday. I'll talk about all that, and I'll time it all out with Futurecast coming up in a few minutes.
5:42, time to talk some sports this morning, and the Chiawana girls soccer team is once again putting themselves in a position to hopefully win the district title.
Ooh, Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable is checking in with the team halfway through their season.
The Chiawana Riverhawks hold a staggering goal differential so far. Through 9 matches, Chiawana has scored 27 times and have allowed just 4 goals. Winning the district title last year, Chiawana was able to bring back the majority of last year's roster. Now, looking to maintain that success, they filled their schedule with as many tough teams as possible.
We scheduled a lot of tough non-league games this year, so we had 2 against Spokane teams and then 1 against Skyview from the Vancouver area, and really tough state contender every year, and we performed really well in those games. So those have been good. It's kind of been a little bit of a gauntlet.
One of the key players who have led this team is Kalina Barbosa. The senior is committed to play at the Division I college level for the University of Idaho.
I'd say some of our strengths is like our defensive, back building out, staying composed, keeping possession as much as we can. And then on the attack, fast transition, speed up top so we can just finish and score.
Another key contributor has been Miley Anderson, and she wants to set the bar high for this team.
Yeah, I'd say we have pretty high standards for ourselves. Coming back, being district champs, and getting into state champion or playoffs. We definitely want to get back there again. We want to try to win MCC again, and then we also want to get to state again and win district. So I'd say those are our 3 main priorities right now.
And then our striker, I think, is also probably the best striker in the league, Miley. She scored an insane amount of goals. I think it's like 10 plus whatever. She had a hat trick, so 13, and like the first half of the season, she's on fire.
In year 3 under Nunez, the Riverhawks feel like they can compete with most teams in the state and want to continue to impose their will against opponents. In Pasco, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
And so far, Tijuana has 6 wins, 2 losses, and a draw this season, currently sitting tied for first in the Mid-Columbia Conference with 8 matches remaining.
They're on fire, but more good luck to them.
Yep, absolutely. All right, still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. When we come back, your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. Giving you that live look outside from our Bimart camera in Yakima. It is 5:45, sunrise set for 6:54 as the days just get shorter. I know. We might not thrive, but we'll survive, right? Yeah. We're back after the break.
Tuesdays are my favorite day of the week because the single Papa Burger combos are just $5.99. And I wait all week for this.
And so do I.
And that's why I always get 2.
The Tuesday special at A&W.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Dear crew, with an adult-sized third row, everyone's welcome. From sports fans and eco buffs to movie fans. Slip in, stretch out, and let's go. Toyota.
Right now, you can lease a new adventure-ready 2025 RAV4 for just $299 a month. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Thank you.
I got this.
I need to know how strong you love it. How strong you love it. 'Cause I've been waiting. Yeah.
Numerica Credit Union. Money where it matters.
Get ready for adventure with the fun and rugged 2025 Ford Bronco Outer Banks from Price Ford of Yakima Valley. Nob Hill Casino's biggest prize ever. Want to drive it home? Just enter daily at Nob Hill Casino now through Wednesday, October 8th for your chance to win. While you're here, enjoy our 16-lane bowling center, mouth-watering cheeseburgers at the Last Frontier restaurant, cold drinks at the bar, and try your luck with pull tabs and table game action.
We invite you to come visit us at Price Ford of Yakima Valley and Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
It's hump day, and you know what that means. Hello, Country Fried Steak. Get a delicious meal for just $5.99 to make your Wednesday feel like the weekend. Yes, Wednesdays only, Country Fried Steak is just $5.99. Happy hump day from KFC.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and time out the rest of today with Futurecast radar. We put this into motion. It's going to be a mostly dry start out there, but after lunchtime, that's when we could see that next round of rainfall looking pretty widespread by the time we get to 5 p.m. And then after that, more widespread stuff on the map, trending a little bit drier around midnight, but then the action starts to pick up ahead of our next storm system that we'll have to deal with in a Wednesday and Thursday. We'll talk more about that in a second, but first, some of the rainfall totals we're expecting on the back half of storm system number 1, which was yesterday and today. So in essence, these are the rainfall totals we're expecting for today. Around 1/10 of an inch in the Cascades. The rest of us are going to struggle to even pick up that much. Okay, now for tomorrow. This is storm system number 2. So 8 in the morning, seeing some rainfall on the map. It's going to be scattered in nature throughout the course of tomorrow. So lunchtime, seeing some more scattered showers around your evening commute. Kind of the same thing, but the action's going to start to pick up as we head into the late evening on Wednesday and into Thursday. So this is a continuation of storm system number 2 for Thursday. Thunderstorm is going to be likely in the Cascades, a lot less likely for the rest of us. Then by Thursday night, we're going to wind the drama down as we'll just have a few leftover showers possible in the mountains. The rest of us looking pretty dry. So here are the tabulations of rainfall totals, we're expecting for storm system number 2 for Wednesday and Thursday. This one, unfortunately, is trending drier, so 0.2 to 0.3 inches of rain in the Cascades. The rest of us, again, it's going to be a struggle to pick up 1/10 of an inch of rainfall. But even that little bit is going to help out with containment efforts on those fires burning up in the Cascades. For Friday and beyond, looking much drier, a few small shower chances, mostly in the mountains for Friday and Saturday, then completely dry for Sunday and Monday. High temperatures fairly steady, seasonal, if not about 5 degrees cooler than normal for this time of the year, 60s and 70s. Feeling very fall-like out there. Okay, here is the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Little chances of a shower tomorrow, then a beautiful stretch of fall weather Thursday and beyond. In Yakima, chances of rain through Thursday, then dry and comfortable into the weekend. In Ellensburg, 20% chances of showers and thunderstorms Wednesday and Thursday, then dry Friday and beyond. In Hermiston, perhaps a few showers over the next couple days, and pleasant weather into the weekend. And finally, for Walla Walla, a few thunderstorms possible Wednesday, less so Thursday. The nice weather to wrap up the week as well as 60s and 70s, and overall mostly sunny skies.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is 5:51. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour.
And we start with the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. First up, U.S. Highway 97 over Blewett Pass remains closed this morning as hazardous conditions from heavy smoke to falling rocks and trees are making travel really unsafe up there. Firefighters carrying out tactical burn operations and reinforcing containment lines near Old Blewett Pass and Camas Land as they continue to monitor that fire in the area. Structure protection, of course, in place along neighborhoods and that are near the highway. Officials saying still there's no timeline for when US 97 is going to reopen.
In Sunnyside, authorities say 49-year-old Jacob Bloom of Yakima has died after being shot while hunting. This was near the city's wildlife area Saturday night. He was with 3 other men when investigators say he was hit with the muzzle-loader rifle. Officials have not said who fired the shot or how it happened. The investigation is still ongoing.
And Sunnyside's City Council has voted to extend interim city manager Jim Bridges' contract for another 6 months. His original contract was set to expire today. Councilmember Teresa Hancock had hoped for a different motion, but the extension passed, keeping Bridges in the role at his current salary. Bridges thanked the council for their continued trust.
Ellensburg Police and the Morning Rotary Club are teaming up for a new graffiti abatement program. The captain says the goal is to ease the burden on property owners while keeping the community clean. Local businesses are donating paint and volunteers are helping remove graffiti at no cost to taxpayers. Officials hope consistent removal will also deter future vandalism.
And WSU Tri-Cities is hosting a second round of its Generative AI Essentials Workshop this Thursday. The first session drew more than 30 professionals from across the Tri-Cities, and organizers say participants will get hands-on practice with tools like Microsoft Copilot and ChatGPT, while also covering ethics and workplace applications. And registration is open if you want to attend.
International headlines this morning. Paper checks from the federal government are about to be a thing of the past after today. The Treasury Department plans to stop issuing paper checks for most payments, and that includes to Social Security beneficiaries. It's part of the Trump administration's effort to save money, modernize federal benefits payments, and also fight financial fraud. The change will also affect how the IRS issues tax refunds.
And in your business headlines at 5:53, YouTube has worked out a financial settlement with President Donald Trump over his suspension from the social media platform. YouTube suspended the president towards the end of his first term after the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol. Well, the president sued, and now YouTube has agreed to pay $24.5 million to settle the suit. Alphabet owns YouTube. It's also the parent company of Google. Alphabet is the last of the 3 big social media companies to settle with the president after they also removed him from their platforms. Meta and Twitter have also worked out financial agreements with the president.
In your health headlines, abortions performed in clinics are decreasing in the U.S. They declined by 5% in the first half of this year. The drop comes 3 years after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. It's not exactly clear what's caused the decline, but there are likely a number of factors. The number dropped most in states that implemented bans after 6 weeks of pregnancy and in states bordering those with total bans. Also, there's Florida. It used to account for 1 in 3 abortions in the South. The number of procedures procedures performed there fell 27% after the state's 6-week ban took effect last May, and that accounts for more than 40% of the national drop.
554 in your science headlines this morning. Researchers in Texas say they've identified the first known wild hybrid between a blue jay and a green jay. Huh. I didn't even know there were green jays.
Me either.
A blue jay, yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah. So according to a study, the unusual bird was spotted in 2023 near San Antonio. Researchers say it carries traits of both species, the blue feathers and the white spots on its wings like a blue jay, but the markings and vocalizations of a green jay. Genetic testing confirmed the offspring came from a male blue jay and a female green jay. Oh, she's cute.
Mm-hmm. Pretty.
Yeah. Scientists believe this hybrid is the result of the two species' habitat ranges overlapping for the first time, driven in part by climate change. They call the discovery a biological curveball, since blue and green jays are not closely related and usually form long-term bonds within their own species.
That's pretty cool. Huh. Love it.
Yeah.
All right, trending this morning, Chipotle is spicing up its menu.
Fast food chain introducing a new red chimichurri sauce. It's a $1 side, and it's made with garlic, cilantro, chili peppers, and citrus juices.
Chipotle says it's aimed at Gen Z diners who tend to like bold flavors, and the company says the new sauce will help it rebound from 2 consecutive quarters of slumping sales.
The new offering is set to debut today, but it'll only be available for a limited time. I have an idea. Make things cheaper.
Maybe you'll get more.
Maybe the
people
guac
in.
shouldn't be, your entire life savings extra
Yeah,
there.
yeah, exactly.
That'll help, I think.
That sounds kind of good, though.
It does. It looks like salsa.
Chimichurri,
Yeah, some kind of just salsa. We'll try it.
Spice it up. You big Chipotle fan?
I like Chipotle. I think I like Moe's Southwest Grill a little bit better, which is not in the Pacific Northwest, unfortunately. But I agree with what Jessica said. It shouldn't be $15 for a burrito.
Right?
That's probably the bigger issue, I would think.
I'm with them.
Things to think about.
Yep. All right. So much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up in our 6 o'clock hour, Richland Schools preparing students for life after graduation with skills that translate to college careers. Coming up at 6, we'll take a look at what programs are growing across the district.
And Paris has a brand new runway star, only this one's over 3 feet tall with the longest legs in town. We'll introduce you to the newest arrival at the Paris Zoo on Good Morning Northwest at 6.
You feel like you're in a staring contest. What you got for us, Josh?
Yeah, we are tracking some rainfall in the forecast through Thursday. It's not going to be a washout, but chances over the next handful of days. So I'll break down those chances coming up on Good Morning Northwest at 6.